Well, hello, Taurus, and welcome to Mystic Door Tarot. This is Barb with your weekly tarot reading for the energy around June 22nd through the 28th, 2026. We're going to be taking a look and see what the cards are revealing for the week ahead. I do hope everyone's doing well, and I truly, truly appreciate if you subscribe, like, and hype. So let's just dive in. And let's first see what crystal is coming through for the week, Taurus. Again, this is June 22nd through the 28th, around that time frame. What crystal for Taurus, please? We have garnet in regards to commitment. What are you making a commitment to? It could be an exercise routine. It can be a commitment to a relationship. Commitment to a project you're working on. Could be quite a few things. But something that you're really putting your heart and soul into is what I'm picking up. So the garnet crystal is the gem for the week. All right, Taurus. Let's see what the cards are revealing. Messages and guidance for Taurus, please. What's coming through? What do we have for Taurus for the week ahead? We have the Six of Cups coming out. Definitely, there can be something that's on your mind this particular week. It might be someone's anniversary or a birthday or something that's falling in the week. You're really thinking about this. It can be some kind of an event or some kind of memory. Really getting, strong memories this week. What else do we have for Taurus? The Queen of Swords. There's something that's coming to light, and it might be triggered by something from the past. It can be you're remembering good times, something that almost what I'm going to say no longer exists in today's modern times. You could be thinking about those simpler times back then. There's a mental clarity coming through with the Queen of Swords. It can be some type of realization that you're it's like a conclusion to whatever it is you've been thinking about. And obviously maybe thinking about something from past times here. So what else do we have for Taurus for the week? So we've got, what you're feeling, your heart. And then we've got the sword energy, your heart and mind. Oh, and we have the King of Swords. This is really, with both the King and Queen of Swords, that is really getting down, being very practical and logical in regards to whatever it is you're focused on. And it could be in regards to something from the past that either you're deciding to let go of, maybe holding on to hope is what I'm kind of picking up. It can be the mental clarity, the realization that you're now to move on. This could be moving on from a place that you're currently working in, moving on from a relationship that is turned out to be like kind of going nowhere. So really thinking about in the past, it could be remembering when you first started the relationship or remembering when you first started working for a company. But there's really very logical and practical thinking with such clarity how you're going to move forward. So it is making a commitment, but in a whole new way. This is for deciding you want more for your future. All right. We have the Four of Pentacles. You might have already a strong foundation in place, a financial, foundation in place, or it could be that's what you're striving for. So it could go either way depending on which side of the fence you're on, Taurus. Just really looking at things in a very logical and practical way at this time. It's almost like you're just not having it anymore, the way things have been going. So the Four of Pentacles, the four energy can be a very stuck and stagnant energy. It could be an energy that you're just in. It feels good. You're going to be breaking out of, stepping outside the box, you might say. It's that kind of energy. Again, I feel this very strong pull with the garnet crystal being suggested for you this week, that you are now going to make some kind of commitment to strive for more, whether it's a relationship, a job, enjoying yourself more, getting in better health, whatever the case may be. You're kind of stepping outside that comfort zone. What else do we have? We have the Queen of Cups, so really focused on this. Yeah. We've got the Six of Cups here. And now the Queen of Cups. And it's really what your cards are revealing is something, where it's messing with your heart and your mind. What you feel, what you desire, and then the hard facts of, the practical way to look at things, the logical way to look at things. So the Queen of Cups coming out, she's looking at that beautiful cup, very focused on what it is she desires from this cup. So you're really kind of driven by a commitment that you're making this week. Let's see what else we have. What else for Taurus? Final card here. But it looks like you're moving on to something new. A very strong focus on a commitment you're going to make. Ooh, and we have the Two of Cups. It could be somebody new. And, with this Two of Cups here, it can be you're hooking up with someone. For those of you that are single, looking for someone, you're kind of stepping outside the box. You're going for somebody that's completely the opposite of you. I am picking that up for some. But this also stands for commitment. Now, it can be a commitment in regard to a relationship. Some of you might be, renewing your vows, your wedding vows for some of you. And that could be why the Six of Cups, where you're kind of strolling down memory lane, thinking about how the years have passed. So, but the Two of Cups is a union, a partnership, a commitment to whatever it represents for you, Taurus. This could be a commitment to, a healthier lifestyle, a commitment to having more fun, not have it be all work and no play. So very strong indication here. And really stepping outside your comfort zone in doing so. So really interesting. But look at how we have the swords and we have the cups. So it's a heart and mind thing. Trying to do justice to both what you feel, what you desire, as well as then looking at it from a very logical and practical standpoint. Now look, bottom of the deck, we have the Judgment card. That is out with the old, in with the new. You see the angel here just blowing the trumpet, trying to get your attention that this is the time for you to make maybe a new commitment to something new. All right, Taurus. Very interesting. Let's see what your final message is. What's coming through for Taurus? Final message for the week. All right, Taurus. We have expansion. You are being entrusted with more, both energetically and physically. Prepare to gain new territory and step into roles of greater responsibility and influence. What is arriving in your life is a reflection of what you are now capable of holding. This is really a beautiful card. And again, commitment. You're entering into a new commitment. All right, Taurus. Well, that's the messages for the week. Thank you so much for joining me. Sending you love and abundance. To have a great week.